what I saw last night, but I can talk about what I saw last night. But again, it's the playoffs, man. It 100% is the playoffs. What I don't like, and we're going to talk about this, what I don't like is, I don't like that we got 3 days in between. I don't like 2 days in between. I don't like that. Why we ain't going tomorrow night? Why we got to wait 2 more days? This is what happened after they whooped them in game 1 and game 2. They had 3 days in between, and it cost them. It cost Minnesota those 3 days. It cost them. They beat them on Monday. We don't play again till Friday. That means Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We got 3 days in between. So how they whooped them last night, we should be going again tomorrow night. 100% we should be going again tomorrow night. And the fact that we not, that sucks. That we not going tomorrow night. Because, damn. But again, today is Fan Appreciation Day. This is what I do on Fan Appreciation Day. I talk to the Appreciation Day. And we get to it right from the beginning. We don't waste no time. What up?
Yo, what up, OG?
What up?
I want to talk about my Bucks.
Let's talk about them.
So you said they still got what, a 3-year window? 2 year?
Well, 2 years now after this year. It's 2 years now.
All right, so
I'm not giving up on Damian Lillard neither.
No,
we got
no.
to get you a wing defender. But go ahead.
Obviously we got to keep our coach. We got to keep Doc since we paid him.
3 years, $41 million.
I feel like we got to get rid of Brook Lopez, man. He's just too old.
Gotta
At least
upgrade
put him on our
him.
bench or something.
No, I don't know about him being a rotation guy, but I think that you can upgrade at the 5, get younger. As good as Brook Lopez still was as
Would
a
you-
5-man in terms of rim protection, I feel like you could upgrade and get younger at the 5.
For sure. Would you start Bobby or no? You think he a bench
Not
player?
at the 5, no. I'm not starting Bobby Portis at the 5. I think he's a rotation guy. A lot of y'all guys, I think people see guys playing real well in rotation and be like, yo, he could be a starter. No. Bobby Portis is a rotation guy. Tyler Hero is a rotation guy. Josh Hart is a rotation guy. These guys are not start. They are so much better coming off the bench. So much better.
Because wasn't Tyler Hero, he was coming off the bench 2020, right?
Macy, he won 6th man of the year.
That's crazy. I forgot about that.
Yes.
And then one more question about the Dallas versus OKC. Who do you got?
Dallas, OKC. I said Dallas in 6 before the series started. So I'm sticking with that.
All right, appreciate that, OG.
Yes, sir. Today is Fan Appreciation Day, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we do on Friday. We talk to the people, right? We talk to the people. We talk to the people. We say what's up to the people. See what's good with the people on Friday. What up?
What up, Unc? So
What
since we talking to the people, let's talk to the non-basketball people. I guess Rudy Gobert is still in the trash can today, right?
Garbage,
'Cause
right? Can't cover
I
nobody.
sure ain't seen no post today, Unc, or last night about him being some garbage.
Garbage. Can't cover nobody. Can't one-on-one defend. Doesn't box out.
Yeah.
Can't contest shots. He just gets
can't do
destroyed.
nothing.
Shut up, man. Shut up. Stop talking. Stop.
Yo,
Who is he going up against, Brandon? Who is he going up against?
we talked about it yesterday. I mean, the best player in the league.
You know how hard it is to score against Rudy Gobert? You have any idea how hard it is to score against that dude?
Right.
Any idea? It's ridiculously hard to score against him.
But
Like
this
I'm
is my
listening to
thing.
Boogie Cousins. I'm listening to Boogie Cousins talk. Hey, Boogie, for what it's worth, Joker would have bust your ass too.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
Joker would have bust your ass too. You wouldn't have been able to do nothing with him. Yeah. You got some more offense. You can knock down the long ball. You can get to the basket. But Joker would have ate your lunch too. So knock it off.
Yes, sir. They, and if you really understood basketball, you would not look at what Rudy has done against Jokic. You would look at what everybody else has done against Rudy. Like he is a hard person to play against. Like he is a great defender, but you got people like Jokic, who are just dominant. They're going to do
Right.
what they do, you know.
Right.
And I also I was thinking the same thing this morning, man, about the layoff. It's just it feels like you just you refueling Denver off of just getting blown out. 3 days they rest and they get and then they got a whole new game plan, and that's the only way. That's the only reason I feel, because it's going back to Denver, that Denver's going to win this game, is
You get
because of
punched.
that layoff.
You get we in the ring and you punch me in the nose and you drop me, and instead of me having only 30 seconds to get it together, nah, the ref holds up the fight for like another 5 minutes.
Right.
And now I
Exactly.
really am able to get it together. Like, no.
Right. That's the only thing that hurts about
Damn.
that, man. Is that layoff. Three day
Don't
days.
play till Sunday.
3 days for a championship team at home.
And by the way, we got to find out what happened between the Knicks and Indiana. Because if Indiana beats the Knicks, which I think they're going to do, that game ain't going to be till Sunday night.
Right.
So it's not going to be
Right.
Sunday afternoon. It's going to be Sunday night.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, they need to fix that though. But good. Appreciate you, Unc.
Yes, sir. What up?
OG, what's up?
Go to class. What I tell
No,
you?
no school today. I finished school.
Oh, no school today. Okay. No school
The
today.
school's finished for now until September.
Okay, so you're out for the summer. All right.
Yeah, I'm out.
All right, good. No doubt.
So, OG, I'm gonna listen to you every time. You're right about everything you said about the
I'm
Clippers.
not right about everything. Let's chill out. I'm not right about everything.
Okay,
Like, go ahead.
maybe the one you said the Clippers won't take a game in Dallas, but you were 99% correct.
I tried to tell you about the Clippers. I tried to, Looney. I did. I tried to tell you about the Clippers, and I'm almost sorry that I'm right about them, but there's a part of me that's not. But like I said, I tried to tell you about the Clippers. I did.
What's the move this summer? Do we get PG out? Do we keep PG? Do we keep Harden? Kawhi is staying because he has the extension.
Right.
What should we do?
And the opening up that new arena. Who you introducing in that new arena? Kawhi Leonard and Zubac and Terrence Mann? No.
But what about a sign and trade?
We got to keep the band together. We do. We have to keep the band together, unfortunately.
We're
Because
getting
we opening
too
up a
old,
new
man.
arena.
We're too old.
Yeah. We got to keep the band together.
One more thing. People that have problem with guarding Jokic, I'ma call my boy Zubac. He kept it 9 of 32. The worst shooting night of Jokic's career was guarded by Zubac. Zubac is a terrible defender, but
By
I don't
the
know
way-
how we get so good versus Jokic.
By the
His
way.
defensive stance is horrible, but he can get Jokic. 9 of 32. Go Bear. Take your notes. What Zubac?
All right, Lumi, good to talk to you, brother.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you.
What up?
What's good? What's good, man?
What's up, brother?
I'll tell you what, man. I'm here in Denver, and they are not happy this morning.
Hell no.
I can tell you that.
Would you be happy after getting smoked like that?
Absolutely not. I'd be
Hell no.
fired. I'd be fired up and pissed off and being ready for Sunday. Like that's literally what I'm looking at. But I got to tell you though, from my perspective, now I'm going to bring this up on my show today. Is these two teams between Minnesota and Denver? That's probably the best matchup amongst all other teams in the NBA because I got physicality. I had some really good post-up defenses because I'll tell you what, it ain't even just like watching Anthony Edwards literally taking souls, but you had Rudy Gobert playing his best. But man, Karl Anthony Towns actually showed up. Like he did play his best. And so, I mean, I don't know what the game plan is at this point with Denver after getting smoked like that. But I mean, yeah, the rest does come into play.
Yep.
But I mean, I've said it before. This matchup was a continuous bloodbath all the way to 7. But I think if you looked at other teams all around, I agree or disagree, I don't think there's any other teams outside of Minnesota and Denver that could honestly match up with this kind of basketball.
I think this. I think the Western Conference. I think this the Western Conference Championship. What we're watching right now. That's number one.
Oh
Number
yeah.
two, when you talk about matchups and being able to play with that level of physicality, being able to play with that, playing that level of defense.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of Minnesota, I haven't seen anybody else, with the exception of Boston plays real good defense. But this is one of the most entertaining series that I've seen in a long time. It is.
Oh yeah, and
100% it is.
and it's much needed, man. Because honestly, like, I mean, I loved watching basketball all through the days where like there was more physicality, there was more energy feel like this. Like I absolutely loved it. I thought it was the best. But my last thing before heading on out, because after seeing this, it's really, really making me think, because honestly, I've said it before, I think Boston does end up in the final. Disrespectfully, because I think they got a better defensive team, and Tatum, he's just kind of waiting for that moment. So I'll ask you, if to the point they're in the final, and I would say, honestly, either between Minnesota or Denver, do you think if it came down, push to shove, and pressure is on, is Tatum going to be prepared for that moment? Because I know he's kind of sitting back and he's letting everybody right now kind of perform at their level, and he's kind of contributing here and there, but we have not seen him go fully off. Is he just building all that up to be prepared for the moment, or what are you thinking?
I don't know if he's building it up to be prepared. I don't know if he's building it up to be prepared for it, but I do know that you can't just keep getting it. At some point, you have to win it. And I think we at a point now, this is the best opportunity that the Celtics have to win it. And I think he's going to be ready.
Yeah.
I said in December that the Celtics were the NBA champs. I said in March that the Celtics were the NBA champs. And I'm saying it today in May of 2024. The Celtics are the NBA champs.
Love it, man. Appreciate it, man.
All right, brother.
Appreciate
Good
you.
to talk to
And
you. Yep.
hell yeah, man.
What up, Lee?
What's up, OG?
What up?
Not much, brother. Yeah, man. So, damn, Timberwolves last night, they were on fire, man. On fire.
Well, I think that we have to respect the fact that come game 7, there's really not much else you throwing at me, Lee. I've seen everything,
For sure.
right? It's not like you're gonna give me this. Jason Kidd was the one who did something different in game 7 when they beat Phoenix in 22, where he was pushing Chris Paul more to the left. He was trapping Devin Booker in the short corner with the double team. And we all know that Devin Booker, when he gets doubled, especially in 2022, he's horrific. I think he was 3rd in the league in turnovers, something like that, while being double teamed. So that was probably the only kink. Sunday night, because I think the Pacers are going to beat the Knicks, and that game 7 is going to be on Sunday afternoon. But I don't think that you're going to see much else. At this point in game 7, we still run our action. We still run our offense. We're not giving you guys any different looks. Jamal Murray got to be Jamal Murray, because Anthony Edwards got his ass boxed up. Has him
Absolutely.
boxed up. Not only was last night the 3rd game straight where he didn't have 20, second game of the series where he went 1 for 10. He got his ass boxed up. Straight
Yeah.
boxed up.
Yeah,
So,
Murray was a non-factor yesterday at all. And that can't happen. That cannot happen in game 7.
the thing though, Leak, is we're at a point where ain't nothing you can do about it. There's nothing that you can do about it. We see Darrell Revis. Now we in the 4th quarter, and I got 3 catches for 23 yards. All of a sudden, come the 4th quarter, they're gonna start going to me? No,
No, this is going to be the same thing.
no. It ain't like it ain't like Darrell doing something different. He got me boxed up over here.
Mhm.
So
I mean, we'll see what happens in game 7. You know, anything can happen in a game 7, and it all just comes down to who wants it more. Now, as far as the Dallas and Oklahoma City Thunder series, you got Dallas winning. You had Dallas winning in 6. You think they shut the door on them?
League, why can't we just accept sometimes that you could be awesome, but you just ain't there yet? Why can't we just
Absolutely.
accept that? Like,
Absolutely.
that doesn't mean that you whack. That doesn't mean that
No.
you just ain't there yet. You getting there. You close.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But you're not there yet.
We talk about J-Dub, how awesome J-Dub has been in the regular season. He hasn't really been that good in these playoffs. You know why he hasn't been that good in these playoffs?
He's never
It's the
been
first
here
time he's been in the
before.
playoffs before.
He's never been here before.
Right. And this isn't J-Dub in year 6, and it's his first year in the playoffs. Yo, I was in college 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This is my second year in the league.
Mhm.
So, Chet, I was in college 2 years ago. A lot of these dudes is kids, and they ain't never been here before. And I can't expect you dudes to play like you've been. And we got to kill it. I can't expect you dudes to play like you've been here 5, 6, 7 years. It's not a lot of guys that are like that. And we can start killing the logic, even though they are kids. We can kill the logic about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being young. Because you don't say that about Jason Tatum, who came out a year before him.
No.
You don't say that about him.
No. At this point, he's the veteran on that team.
Right.
So
Right.
with that being said, the Thunder were awesome this year to watch, you know, and you were right. I remember talking to you saying that, you know, the Oklahoma City Thunder could, you know, probably give Denver a run for their money. But, like, you know, watching them and actually paying attention to them in the playoffs, you could see that they're just not there yet. And
Bleak, when the season started, where did you have, before the season, we ain't played no games. It's September. Where did you see Oklahoma City before the season started?
I saw the talent there, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you that I saw them as a top 5 seed in the West.
I had them as a playoff team. I did. Not a play-in team. I had them as a playoff team.
I had them
thought
as
they were top 6
a
seed.
play-in team.
Did I have them as the number 1 seed in the West? No, I did not.
No, I did not see that happening.
No, I did not.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
I didn't.
Mm.
All right, Leak. You know where to
All
find
right,
me at,
OG.
brother.
Always.
Yo, what's good, OG?
What up?
Alright, so more often than not, you say the best player in the series wins it's gonna win the series, right? The best player in that series will win the series. Why do you still have the Timberwolves then? If it's a one game
Wait a minute. Whoa. Rewind. The best player in the series wins. I don't know. I don't know if I'm understanding what you. Are you saying what I said about it comes down to my best player is better
Yeah,
than your best player?
my best player is better than your best player. And
Well,
I
that
think
doesn't always happen all the time. We saw that in the 2011 finals. Best
Right.
players get outplayed. We saw that in 2004. We've seen the best player get outplayed. We saw in 2000. We saw it in 2015. We saw in 2017. The best player in the series was the best player, but they still lost. So that happens.
So you still think that then the Wolves are gonna win? I said at the start of the series the Wolves in 7. I still think so, but do you think that?
I did say I said the longer the series lasts, the better it is for Minnesota.
And a non-basketball question: do you watch boxing or not?
I haven't watched boxing in a long time. When Lennox Lewis retired, I didn't really bother. I was a big heavyweight fan.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's good in the heavyweight division anymore. And when Lennox Lewis retired, I kind of stepped off. I don't really know who's good.
So you're not gonna watch the Fury Usyk fight?
I am gonna watch Tyson Fury. I do watch him. I thought he retired though.
No. He didn't retire. He fought in Ghana though.
I thought he was
That's the fight.
retired. I did.
Who you got, Fury or Usyk?
Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is one of the best boxers that I've ever seen.
Do you think
That's-
that he beats your boys Lennox Lewis's ass or not? Do you think
No,
he beats him?
I don't think he was
think
better
so?
than Lennox. No, I think Lennox had better footwork than him. I think Lennox had a better jab. Always had a better counterpunch than Tyson Fury. Tyson was bigger than him, but I thought Lennox was an overall. Lennox might be. No, not might be. Lennox is the best boxer that I've ever seen.
Even
He's the
better than
best.
Tyson and Ali and
The best
Mayweather.
boxer that I've ever seen.
I don't think he's better than Mayweather, but
Yes.
I mean-
I do think that. He's the best boxer that I've ever seen.
that's
Yep,
what I want
yep.
to say.
Hey,
What
yo,
up?
OG.
What up?
Hey, I watched the game. Hey, I stand corrected. Okay, Rudy was doing his thing. He was roaming around the paint. He wasn't slacking on defense, and he held Joker to an abysmal 22 points, which is still crazy because it's
Well,
still
he
almost
didn't hold him to that. They did. But
Yeah.
this is what I want to remember too, Steve. A lot of the shots that Joker got on Cat, you know, those bunnies around the rim
yeah.
that he missed, if he
Mm-hmm.
makes those on Rudy, he kicking Rudy ass.
Oh yeah.
He was missing bunnies,
Yeah.
but Cat was playing great defense. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Man, bro, I'm looking at Anthony Edwards, bro. He was just a man on a mission, bro. I've never seen, like, I thought he was going to go for like 30, 40, but he didn't need to. Like, man, I've never seen a shellacking like that in a long time, bro.
I have.
So you still got the Timberwolves at 7.
Yep.
Okay, I like that. All right. So about my Celtics, right? So if we see let's say we see the Pacers, are we bringing back Horsey, or you think we should still rest him?
It's not about resting him. I don't think he can go.
Yeah, I think it's bad, but I think it was just like, okay, well, we don't necessarily quote unquote need him for Cleveland, but it was just more like an optimism thing. But
You don't
yeah,
need him for what? You don't need him for the Knicks neither. You don't need him for the Knicks neither. Y'all could beat him without. Y'all could beat the Knicks without him.
I believe that, but
Yep.
I thought it would just be good to see him like come back against the Knicks and then like, you know what I'm saying, put on a performance type shit, like
Yep.
see what you could have had for the storyline would have been good. But
Yep.
yeah, that's all I wanted, bro.
Absolutely.
Be smooth.
What up?
What up, OG?
What up?
Yeah, man, I just wanted to get your take on this, man, because I hear a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people on social media, they prisoners of the moment when it comes to these playoff series, and they don't really get the meaning of what a series is. It's called a series. Like they flip-flop so much over one game, and they overreact over one game, and then they don't realize the totality of what a series actually is.
Yep.
Like for instance, when Scottie Pippen played bad a couple of games against Utah, they held the whole series against him, but they don't want to go against those first 5 games when he played all around, when he had assists, when he had blocks, when he had steals. Just because he didn't score a lot of points, he contributed to the whole totality of the series. Just because he didn't score a lot of points those last couple of games.
Right. Or the fact that the first 2 games of the East Finals in '93, Jordan wasn't good. And then the first 3 games of that series, Jordan wasn't good. But then Jordan picked it up later on in the series.
Right.
And if he doesn't, they probably lose the series.
Exactly.
They don't lose a game, they lose the series. So this thing is 100%, this thing is a series. And it's and the thing that I always talk about when you talk about series, it's difficult to adjust, not adjust. It's difficult when you're dealing with a team that all they have to do is concern themselves with you. Like, we don't play Minnesota on Sunday, and then we play Toronto on Tuesday, and then we play the Jazz on Friday. We got the whole week to deal with you. And you only. Nothing else going on. We know what your tendencies are. We know what you like to do. We know what you don't like to do. And over the course of the series, we expose all of those things. That's why the playoffs are so great. Because whatever you don't know how to do, we're going to find out what it is. We're going to find out.
No doubt, OG. That's all I
Yep.
got, bro. Keep doing
All
you.
right, brother.
All right.
This is Fan Appreciation Day. That's what we do on Friday. We talk to the fans, right? We talk to the fans on Friday. Fan Appreciation Day. What up? What is going on Fan Appreciation Day? What up?
Yo, so you're saying first that you think the Pacers are going to beat the Knicks. Do you think the Pacers are going to beat the Knicks in 7, or you think the Knicks are going to win the series? Or are you talking about just Game 6?
If the Pacers were gonna win this series, they had to win Game 5. There's no way that they'd let them out of Madison Square Garden in Game 7 would have won. No way. It ain't happening.
I don't think they win Game 6. Like, did you watch Game 5?
I did.
You see the starting lineup adjustment? They took Precious Achiuwa out. They put Deuce McBride in.
Yep.
They keep Deuce on Tyrese the whole game. Tyrese can't do shit on Deuce. He shot I think it was 0 of something, and I think he had
Madison
0
Square Garden. In Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, but defense doesn't change on the road.
No, it doesn't. Offense does, though.
I mean, yeah, but if we keep them, if we hold them to the same defense, won't they just not score nearly as
Once
much
again,
still?
offense changes on the road. You saw what happened. We saw what Minnesota did. How they boxed up Denver in their building, and then Denver goes into their building in Game 3 and beats them by 30. That's the same defense they was playing.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, the Pacers beat us by 30. We came back and beat them by 30. I think that's a bigger.
One ass whooping deserves another, brother.
Yeah, and then also with the Celtics. So I guess if the Knicks move on, you really think they have? If we get if they got OG back, you think
Even if you got OG back, they smoke y'all in 5 games. Smoke y'all. I don't think they beat y'all. They smoke y'all in 5 games.
I mean, you were also saying months ago that the Knicks can't make it out the first round with Julius Randle, and we're already here. So I feel like
they can't make it out the first round.
You said they won't.
I wasn't sure if they could. I was not sure if they could make it out the first round without Julius Randle. They smoke y'all. Y'all working on a shoestring budget. How do you combat the Boston Celtics offense? How?
I think if you look at the way Tibbs has changed his defensive sets in the playoffs, and the way he's kind of changed how teams try and negate Brunson is very different than the regular season. Because what they did, they started doing it against the Kings actually in like April when they double Brunson at the top, like when he's at the 3.
Whoa. Stop right there. Because you're talking about your offense. How do you stop their offense?
By switching. Everyone can switch now. You could put Josh Hart on anyone.
We're gonna put Deuce McBride on Jason Tatum. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put Miles McBride on Al Horford. That's what we're gonna do.
Not on the bigger guys, but if you look if you look at every screen the Knicks set, they flash Hartenstein to the other side and then bring him back down, and they're able to keep someone over the top and under each screen.
Mm-hmm. Good luck.
I mean,
with that.
look, I don't think Knicks would beat the Celtics. But I don't think the Celtics would smoke us. I think they
smoke y'all in 5 games.
Then I'll be back here when it's a 7-game series.
There's no way this thing is going 7. If this is going 7, if this thing goes 7 and I see you, I will say to you, I was 100% wrong. I think they serve y'all in 5 games.
I'll make that deal any day.
Yes, sir. I will absolutely concede. If this thing goes 7, I will absolutely say I was 100% wrong.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, it's going 7. Celtics are not winning a game in the Garden.
What gives you the idea that you guys are working on a shoestring budget right now? That's number one. Number 2.
That's the thing. We're working with. Look.
Excuse me. The other thing that I think is interesting about Knicks fans, you're going up against the Indiana Pacers. You know where they were in defense this season?
They're terrible.
No, they're not terrible. They were the worst in the league. You know where they are? Terrible. You know where they are in rebounding this season?
Worst in the league.
Worst in the league. But you're going up against a Boston Celtic team. If you get past Indiana, which I think you will, you're going up against a Boston Celtic team, which is a top 5 defense, one of the best rebounding teams in the league. But you are going to take them to 7 games.
Yeah.
With the shoestring budget that you're on. Yep. You know what that just sounds like? That sounds like to me like the Miami Heat fan that thinks because you got Jimmy Butler and you're tough, this is going to make a difference. You're just going to make it interesting.
No.
You're just delaying the inevitable, brother. That's all you're doing.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Tibbs is a coach who likes to overplay his players, right? We're aware of that. Tibbs overplays his players. He has no choice but to overplay. So everyone's buying into Tibbs' philosophy right now, and we're at a point where we kind of have to. Plus, we've seen that Brunson is not going to be scared of Boston. He's had good games in Boston before.
They beat y'all. Y'all beat them one time
this season, but he's had good games in Boston over the years. Plus, he has 5 40-point games this season alone.
They smoke y'all. That's all I'm going to say about this. I'll see you if we get to game 7. If we get to game 7, I'll see you.
All right.
I can appreciate the fight for the Knicks fan. I can absolutely appreciate that 100%. I think OG is out for the playoffs. That hamstring injury, that's nothing to play with. Nothing to play with. If this was January, if this was December, he'd be out weeks. I think he would be out weeks. So what can I say? Not much. Not much. I had him and then I didn't. What up?
Rudy looked like defensive player of the year, didn't it, last night?
No, he
didn't
don't. He sucked, Lou. He can't cover nobody. He can't rebound. He don't know how to switch.
Everybody quiet on social media last night. But I will say this, though. That's the beauty of basketball, and I'm glad that shit happened the next game. I mean, Jokic shot the same exact shots.
Didn't he? Like the bunnies that he was missing around the basket. Like if he makes those, he missed those on Cat. So Cat was playing good defense, even though he was wide open. But the shots that he was making around the basket against Rudy, when Rudy was all over him, Rudy can't play defense. All right, I suppose.
They said, Cat plays solid. And I'm not gonna lie, but I do gotta give myself credit. I don't know if you remember for the series that started. What did I tell you is the matchup of the series? When I was like, if Minnesota gonna win. Damn Jamal Murray. I
was
told
just
you
about to say, you said Jamal Murray and Cat. I'm Jamal Murray and Anthony Edwards. You did say that.
From the get-go. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. What's so beautiful about this series, though, it's already proven, though, because I think Ant, these last 3 games, has taken on that challenge. But Jokic showed the game before. That shit don't matter if I'm on one.
Mm-hmm. And he got him, and he got Jamal Murray boxed up.
Oh, it ain't nothing he can do. Murray, he coming off that screen. He's meeting him. He can't get the midi pull up off. No, I'm not gonna he is in a box.
Can we agree, Lou? And if I'm wrong, straighten me out. You watching this series,
right?
Anthony Edwards better than Jamal Murray, and I don't think it's a question.
It's not close. That shit ain't close.
I want to make sure that I'm not bugging out.
That shit ain't close. I like Jamal. I love what he does with 2-man game. I think he is undervalued in NBA. You feel me? But it's levels to this shit, man. I mean, you see, and let's not get it twisted. I'll even give Jamal Murray, I think he's more consistent in what he regularly does. I think Ant is still figuring it out just because he has so much talent.
Yeah.
Because you see when he turn up another notch, there's nothing you can do.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
But watching these two, he's a better athlete. I think he's a better one-on-one player. I think he's better at the rim. He clears him defensively. I think he's just as good in the clutch, just in this series. Just watching these two guys match up in this series. Because this is how I find out who the better player is.
Okay, so here's my question for you, because we had this talk. Because I think Jamal Murray is clear. We don't got to waste breath on that no more. The shit we was talking about before, him or D Mitch. What are you thinking for him against him and D Mitch now? He doesn't pass them?
Oh, I love this. I would love to see that, man. Damn. Because the athleticism is what's moving me more toward Ant Edwards. Like the gumption, his ability to get to plus I can't leave this out, Lou. Donovan Mitchell used to play above the rim. He don't do that no more.
And can I be honest with you? And what I was gonna be and kind of give you some credit to not make it seem like you want off. If Donovan Mitchell was 6'5", I'm gonna be honest with you, they low key, it wouldn't be no. You feel me? Yeah. I feel as if that's the reason. Donovan Mitchell having just be he kind of undersized for a 2 guard. He's just so athletic.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is legit 6'5", 6'6", a man.
And he hell to deal with.
What? You see what he did off the Hezzy while Michael Porter Jr.?
What?
Oh my God.
What?
Hey, look. So look though.
Now I see. Now I see why MPJ be screaming for that help.
Screaming for that help. He don't want no.
Now I see why he be screaming for that help
hey,
whenever he get matched up on MPJ.
What do the Thunder got to do to even have a chance at Dallas?
What do they have to do? They got to slow down Luka. They got to get to PJ Washington.
Okay.
They got to rebound the ball better.
Time out. That's where I was at, because that's what question I was gonna say. Why in the hell they're not just running PJ Washington off the 3-point line? When we gonna start doing that? That's not been a thing.
He's making it clear, Lou. He's making it clear. This is my spot over here.
He doesn't stand for a game. FanDuel mad as hell at the Thunder coach. FanDuel mad as hell at the Thunder coach. When the hell you gonna?
When you gonna run this boy off that long ball line? When you gonna run him off the long ball? When you gonna
run him off the ball? Okay, so what do you have to get Chet more involved? Because I think the games that Chet's been more involved, to me, has been more success on the offensive end. But my thing is, I don't think he's developed enough, though, bro.
That's the problem. It's not that he's not involved, Luke, because he is involved. He just hasn't made shots. He's getting looks. He's getting that wide open look at the long ball line. He's putting the ball on the floor and being able to play in the mid range. He's just not there yet, which is this Oklahoma City team, and that's all right. They're not there yet. They getting there.
Nah, I'm 100% total. I admit I was wrong about that shit. I was saying earlier maybe they got a chance. You right, man. Like
I'm not gonna lie to you. It could get bad that game 6.
They could get smoked.
It could get bad. We was wrong about the Denver. No, I really do see this with this one. I could see them getting smoked.
And not by 50. No, we ain't doing that.
Hold on, let's talk about that. Does the 50 piece mean anything to you, or is it just
Hell yeah.
Okay, see, I said that too.
Hell yeah.
Because a lot of people waking up thinking, oh, it's Denver. They're a champ. That 50 piece don't matter. They're going to wake up game 7. I think if you get your ass beat by 50, that's how I know people ain't been in no fight, yo.
No.
Just get hit, once in your nose is different than when both of your damn eyes is black.
And your lip fat. Yeah. It's one thing when you just get busted in your nose. You're like, all right, let me get it back together. Both of your eyes is closed and your lip fat.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand people saying Denver at home. I get it. That's a feat. But when you just whoop somebody's ass by 50, now you got to come in. I'm not going to lie to you. One game, Anthony Edwards, who's stopping him when he's saying, I got to score?
I just don't like the fact that we got 2 days in between. I hate that. That part I hate.
And that definitely does benefit Denver for sure.
That's what benefited them, Lou, last time. When they beat them on Monday, we don't play again until Friday. Like, we should be getting right back at this tomorrow night.
All right, what score prediction? How I'm off this joint after this. Score prediction for their game 7. Do Minnesota win by a little? Is it a close one? Or they
I think it's a dog fight. I think it's a dog fight, and I think Minnesota pulls away late. I do.
And Ant's the guy to do it?
Yes.
Ooh.
Him and
I pray. Hey, look, ain't nothing I want more. I pray you right.
Him. I think he's the guy that's going to set the tone. But I feel like I'm going to get something that I haven't gotten this series. And I think I'm going to get it from Rudy.
Really? You think Rudy going to set the people up?
I think I'm going to get it from Rudy. I do. I think I'm going to get it from Rudy.
All right, so I think if they win, you know who I think it is? Jaden McDaniels. I like Jaden McDaniels, and I like another big Nas Reed game. If it's for Denver, I love Michael Porter Jr. finally getting hot from 3-ball. And Aaron Gordon just staying consistent, being like 15-18. Hey, yeah, Rudy crazy. The chat going crazy over Rudy. Also, I got more faith in Mike Conley. I love a 20-point game for Mike Conley for Rudy Gobert.
I don't think that you need the thing about this game that I'm really paying attention to. I don't think it's going to be one of those, this dude goes for 30, this dude goes for 40. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I do. And by the way, this is the 4th time they held Denver under 100. And they beat them all 4 times.
Bro,
by the way,
starters couldn't score 60 points, bro.
I just want to put that out there. This is the 4th time they held them under 100.
60 damn points?
Yes, sir. Shut the door on them boys
99 points?
Shut the door on them boys last night. Yes, he did. So, all right, brother. You know what I'm at.
You know it.
The refs ain't ruining nothing. We ain't doing that. What up?
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
So I want to talk about something a little off the wall here, about my Atlanta Hawks.
Let's talk about them.
And got the number 1 for the lottery.
Yeah.
And for the past 3 years, it's kind of been like they're stalling in a rebuild. I want to know what you think we should do.
Well, if you think about the teams in the past, and I don't mean like 30 years, 40 years, I don't want to go that far back. I just want to think about the teams, like let's just go over the last like 10, 15 years. Like the Golden State Warriors, they started it with Curry. They moved off of Monte Ellis because they saw Klay Thompson and Curry look better than Monte Ellis and Steph. So they move off of that. Then they move off of David Lee, who ended up getting hurt because Draymond fits better. And then now you have your core, and then you build from there. The Boston Celtics, they draft Jaylen Brown. Then after drafting Jaylen Brown, they draft Jason Tatum. They draft Marcus Smart 2 years before Jaylen Brown. Then these guys materialize. Then you build around them. You get a big man in Robert Williams. And you build it that way. But you have a franchise player. The Golden State Warriors have Steph Curry, and they built it around him. Jason Tatum becomes the Celtics franchise player. Who is the franchise player with the Atlanta Hawks? Is it Trae Young?
No, there's nobody. Trae's proven that he isn't that guy. They might go to the playoffs here and there. I just don't think he is. I don't think he can play well with other people.
Right.
He's a good point guard. He gets really bad hate.
Yeah.
I think he's overhyped a little bit, but it's kind of calmed down a little bit. He's not the greatest point guard in the world, yes, but he's a good, solid point guard to have.
Right.
He just doesn't fit with Atlanta, and they refuse to move on. They gave him Murray didn't really work well. It's every year they move little pieces here and there, and they just still get stuck in that 8, 9, 10 seed year after year. Nothing, they just can't find a way to break that ceiling. And then they somehow had that run a few years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals, which in my opinion was just pure. They just caught fire at the right time. That had nothing to do with the team being complete or together.
Right.
They've been holding that hope for the past year, saying maybe we can strike that gold again with that same type of season, when in reality it's just not going to happen.
I feel like the same thing's going on in Milwaukee, kind of similar to what's going on in Atlanta, like with your 5 spot, for example. I think Milwaukee needs to upgrade at the 5. I think they can get younger. I feel like the same thing is going on in Atlanta. I think you can upgrade at the 5 and get younger. The DeJounte Murray, Trae Young experiment. Trae Young got hurt, sure, but we haven't really seen it, so we don't know what it looks like. But the DeJounte Murray, Trae Young experiment, I'm still on the fence about it. I'm not sure about that. I don't know what you're doing with Okongwu. I don't know what you're doing with him, how he's developed. I don't know what you're doing with Griffin. So the program in Atlanta, you're drafting these young kids. How are you developing them and turning them into a viable playoff team? Because when I look at what you're doing in terms of Quinn Snyder's a damn good coach. I don't think Quinn Snyder's a bad coach. I think he's a damn good coach. But the way you building this unit, I don't think that you've done a good job in developing this unit around Trae Young. Trae Young might be the problem. He might not be the problem. But what I do know is a 27-11 guy, you should be able to work around that, and you're not doing that. And I don't understand why.
That's a good point. Good point. Yeah, he's dishing the ball. It isn't like he's throwing these crazy shots up. He's giving people opportunities. I mean, you watch a game, he gives people the chance to score, and you got Bogdanovich coming off the bench for some reason. He's scoring a lot of points. I don't know what that experiment's about. And then you have the first pick this year in a draft that isn't really loaded. So do you think they should just trade it away for a piece, or should they take the number 1 pick and grab somebody? Or
I think the guy that you like, because I like the big kid from Connecticut. I just don't like him at number 1. And I think that if you trade down, you could trade down and you could get another draft pick from somebody else. These kind of drafts, and I'm on record saying this, these are the drafts where GMs actually earn their money, because these are the drafts where in the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to find out if a GM gets an extension or he gets fired.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nobody's really set in stone. It's just nobody's really worth a number 1 pick is what it is. None of these players are worthy of that number 1 pick, but somebody's got to get picked. So you have to pick somebody in the long run who you just have to develop them. And for the Hawks, they're in a rebuild as much as, they really they're trying to avoid that and tiptoe on the line of, maybe we can sneak in a 6th seed or something. And for the past 3 years, and they haven't. They have to. I don't think you fully blow up and embrace the rebuild, but at some point you just kind of have to understand, like, hey, we might have to take a year or 2 back to really regroup instead of just trying to get a piece here and there type thing.
And that's so. And to be honest with you, that's okay. And the reason why that's okay is because just like the New York fan, just like the Chicago fan, like in basketball cities, the DC fan, if you tell your people, yo, we're moving off of Trae Young, we're starting over, we're going to rebuild, and we're starting with this guy, that Atlanta fan base will get behind you. They will.
For sure. You just got to give them. You just got to give them hope. You got to quit this stalling out and all. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to talk about. I appreciate the conversation.
All right, brothers. Fan Appreciation Day on Friday. This is what we do around here. This is what we do. We talk to the people. What up?
What's going on, OG? How you doing?
What up? Running good, brother. What's going on?
All right, so Ant's young, right? Ant's only what, 22?
Yes.
Hypothetically, here he goes and wins it all and gets Finals MVP.
What about him?
What do you think this, like, where do you think this supposed to work? What do you think the conversation and the narrative goes around Ant if he wins the Finals MVP this year, hypothetically?
If he hypothetically wins the finals, if they win the NBA championship and he wins the Finals MVP, well, there's going to be the narrative that, he's the best player in the world, which I think that that's going to be a little bit overblown. But going into next season, he's definitely a top 5 player, if not arguably the best player in the league, if that happens. And Minnesota is, I don't know if they're the favorites, but Minnesota is definitely on other people's radar. But Anthony Edwards, he will definitely be the face of the league. You'll see him all over the TV this summer, considering what the Olympics do. Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
see him all over the TV.
Fair enough.
No doubt about it.
And there are a couple of two guards and a couple of bigs this offseason where, anything can happen. Say you're Rob Pelinka, the GM for the Lakers. What are your moves? What are you doing?
I really don't think the Lakers are that far away, contrary to popular belief, man. I really don't. I think the biggest problem was they got a bad matchup. If they ended up seeing Oklahoma City in the first round, I thought they could beat them.
Yeah, I don't think the Lakers lost to the Thunder in the regular season. They might have won, but
Right. And if they get up and if they get a favorable matchup, we having a way different conversation. And if they're able to let Minnesota deal with Denver, they go up against Minnesota, and I don't know if Minnesota beats them. I'm not saying that Minnesota doesn't. I'm just saying from the vet presence that they have and how good Anthony Davis is and how good James was, I don't know. But I do know that this season, James is getting older, and I think the days of James throwing units on his back and taking them to the NBA championship and winning, those days are over. So I don't think that this crew is that far away. I do think you're going to lose D'Angelo Russell. I think you're going to lose him. I don't think that Donovan Mitchell is the answer. And the reason why I don't think Donovan Mitchell is the answer, because this whole, it's like when people tried to hold on to disco in the late 70s and early 80s. This 3-star super team logic, that shit is over, my man.
Yeah.
That's done. That is over. Phoenix proved that. Golden State proved that. No, you got to start building your units.
Yeah.
That shit is over, yo. It's over. Done.
All right, appreciate you, OG. Have a nice day.
Those days are over. What up?
What up, OG? What's going on, brother? How
What's
you
up,
doing?
brother?
Good. Listen, I had to get on with you talk about the Hawks, so I'll just touch on them quickly because that's not even why I really call. But Alex Sarr is the man. He's 7'1". He's a poor man's Wemby. He's not Wemby, but 7'1", 7'5", 7'6" wingspan from France. And they have two. Number 1 and number 2 can both go to France. OG, I'm telling you, there's something happening over there, right? And you were right when you said the NBA in the next 20 years or 15 years, we won't even recognize it. 7'1", 7'6" guys doing
a bunch of Wembys and Chet Holmgren's running around here. That's what it's going to be.
But what I wanted, a couple of things, right? One is, I don't know if you saw it, and I want to try to stomp it out before it gets any momentum, brother. This narrative that's starting to come around, I've seen it a couple of times, where they're already putting an asterisk on the Celtics if they win a championship this year. That is bullshit. If I could say, OG,
I'll say it for you. It's bullshit.
Bullshit. It's crazy, man. The C's don't have Porzingis. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, I just want to kill that, dead that right off the bat.
We ain't put an asterisk on 21 when the Milwaukee Bucks won the NBA championship. We didn't put an asterisk on 17 when Kawhi Leonard got hurt. We didn't put an asterisk on Magic or Isaiah when Magic got hurt. We ain't put an asterisk on Magic when Isaiah got hurt. We didn't put an asterisk on Jordan when James Worthy, Byron Scott got hurt. No, we ain't doing that. Nope.
And
we're not doing that.
I travel a lot for work. I don't know.
Nope, we didn't.
Did you touch on Bronny's combine at all in any of these over the last couple of days? Because his combine numbers were pretty sick. But I mean, we all know I don't believe he's ready for the league. But his combine numbers, over 40-inch vertical, I think he was top 6 there. And his 3-point shooting, like he was like 19 for 25 OG, 17 for 25 on the move. Like his combine numbers were legit. Like any thoughts on Bronny? For me,
it's simple. Go back to school, man. Please go back to school.
Yeah, I feel.
Go back to school. You're not ready. You're not ready yet. Go back to school.
I feel. I mean, the one thing the combine showed me was that the guy has a little bit of potential, right? In terms just as sheer athleticism.
Not a little bit. He's going to be a pro.
Yeah,
100%. He's going to be a pro in years to come. He's going to be a pro. Go back to school, man.
For sure. The last thing I have for you before I jump off, brother, is it's so crazy how that small ball lineup for the Nuggets, with Gordon bringing the ball up, how effective it was for the 3 wins that Denver had. Mm-hmm. And then I personally think I don't know if they could have stopped the loss last night, but I think Mike Malone could have just exhausted timeouts in the. I saw like Lenny Wilkins or Pat Riley do it years ago. Just exhaust a ton of timeouts in early in the first quarter,
Right.
just to wake his team up.
Yep.
But like your thoughts on Mike, because I wanted to give Mike Malone you have to give him his flowers, man. He's a sick coach, but I think he could have done something to shake them up a little bit more in the first quarter.
I don't think that there was anything that could have. When Jaden McDaniels is knocking down the shots that he's knocking down, when Joker can't score around the rim like he normally does, with Anthony Edwards boxing up Jamal Murray in an offense that is predicated on him doing work, where he comes off that pick and roll and Anthony Edwards is pushing him away from getting downhill because he's staying in front of him. He's getting around the screen. He's staying on his hip. And Mike Malone, there is no adjustment to be made when MPJ is boxed up the way he is, the way they're finding him in transition, and they're putting a hand up and crowding his space because all he wants to do is shoot wide open shots. There's not much else I can say. Now, Mike can call timeout when we score 3 times in a row and they score 3 times in a row to stop momentum. Okay, we can do that. But in terms of adjustments, when they had it going like they had it going last night, there's really not much else you could do.
Yeah, that on the ball defense, OG, was sick. On the ball defense turned into team defense when they penetrated. But look, that's all I have for today, brother. Always appreciate when you let me on, brother.
All right, brother.
Cheers.
I just had him. What happened to him? See if I can get him back. I just had him. See if I could get him back. I had him. And then I didn't. See if I could get him back. What up? What up?
Can you hear me?
Yep, you hot. What up? Yep.
What's up, OG? So, this Nuggets Timberwolves series is an emotional roller coaster for me. I'm a proud Nuggets hater. You know, I respect Jokic, MVP. Feel me? Four-time MVP, 3-time MVP. I respect him. He keep breaking my dreams. He keep breaking my heart. Hitting AD with step backs, laughing. You feel me? But besides that, what do you feel about this? Timberwolves fighting just to lose in Game 7. How we feel about this?
I don't think they're losing in Game 7. I think they're winning.
You think they're winning?
Yes, I do. I think they win in Game 7.
Do you think they come out and shoot as bad as they did?
I don't think the Nuggets shoot as bad as they did. I think it's going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm liking what I'm seeing though. Let's talk about this draft. The Spurs got 4 and 8. I live in San Antonio, so I'm gonna talk about the Spurs. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Spurs got 4 and 8.
Yep.
This draft class is considerably weak. Knowing like star power wise, there's probably one guy maybe that's going to change the franchise. Alex Sarr, I believe.
Maybe more than that. We just don't know yet.
Yeah, we just don't know yet. I'm giving the bad end of the stick.
Right.
But I'm thinking they go big because I feel like the NBA is just going big. I think they get ED slide Wemby to the 4.
No.
And just no. What you think?
You already got a big man. You need a lead guard.
Yeah, but you know, I've been hearing rumbles that Wemby don't want to play the 5. Like he on some AD vibe.
That's not true.
Like he's not. It's not.
That's not true. That is not true. Plus, this is which way the league is going. The league is going back to the traditional 5-man. You need somebody. One of the main reasons why San Antonio wasn't as good as they could have been, you don't have anybody to get the ball on a consistent basis to Wemby in spots where he needs the basketball. This is where GMing comes in. Where is the lead guard at? I think he's in college. I don't think it's Trae Young. As much as I like Lonzo Ball, he says he's at 70%. No, I'm not doing that. I think your lead guard is in college. I do.
Yeah. But I just don't see like what lead guard, like the only lead guards I like in college is like Rob and Sheed out of Houston. But
I like that kid from Houston too.
No GM is wasting a lottery pick on Sheed. Like you know how they do season guards in college. Like if you stay 3 to 4 years in college, you're automatically damn near a second round pick on going undrafted.
Well, and that's not true because that's where teams make the mistake. I mean, Jaime Jaquez is a 4-year guy, and you saw how good he was. So
Jaime is like what 6'6"?
Yep.
6'7"?
Yep.
She's like what 6 foot, 6'1"?
6'1", I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, 6'1".
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't think they show love to 6'1" and under guys.
Well, I keep hearing the rumblings of Trey, but when I think about the draft, this isn't the John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas. This isn't that kind of NBA anymore. Like you do need a bigger guard.
Mm-hmm.
I won't argue that, but you also need a guard who can pass.
That's right.
Like Rob Dillingham, is he a distributor like that? Is he plus you also are building these teams in the NBA, I feel like they're building their units around the small forward. With the exception of San Antonio, I feel like they're building their units around the 6'8", 6'9", Paul George prototype type guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of dudes I think that they're building their unit around. So I'll be interested to see which direction San Antonio goes in. But they need a distributor. They need a guy who can pass the basketball and get Wemby more involved in the offense.
Yeah, they need somebody to be like a floor general to like, Wemby's gonna touch the ball 4 or 5 times before anybody else shoots this ball. That's what they need. And then they need, all right, you don't feel good? All right, now you can get the rock, because it just felt like Wemby was fighting for too many shots by himself. Like we wasn't playing as a team.
That wasn't the problem. No, it wasn't that he was fighting for too many shots. It was that he wasn't in position, or he was in position. They couldn't get him the basketball in the position that he was in order for you guys to be effective. That was the problem. Him defensively, he's going to be better next year. That part I know for a fact. Offensively, I think he's going to be better. It's just a matter of getting him the basketball. He's going to get stronger. He's got to learn how to screen because he doesn't know how to do that yet. He's not very good as a screener. He's got to learn to dive a little bit better. That's going to come with strength. But with all of that being said, we got to get him a distributor. We have to do that. We can find dirty work guys later in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
We can find that, but we got to get him a distributor. We have to start there.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, Joe.
All right, thank you.
What up?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
What up?
Hey, so what are your thoughts about New York?
My thoughts about New York, I think they lose tonight, and I think they win on Sunday.
You know what? I can see where you're coming from. I feel like Jalen Brunson, after his injury, he came back. He couldn't really make a shot for anything for the life of him. Pretty sure he was 0 for 3. It was horrible seeing us get blown out by 40 within the first and second quarter. I think with Jalen, Dante, those combos, I think, you know what? I think we could win. And if not, as you said, if not today, then Sunday.
I think they win it on Sunday.
You know what? I feel like, yeah, that's probably more likely. This is at Indiana, so we know the pressure's on them. The stress is all built around the Knicks, and it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be difficult. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is. 100%. So, all right, brother. I got some time. Fan Appreciation Day. This is what we do around here on Friday. We talk to the fans. That's what we do. We talk to the fans. What up?
What's up?
What up?
What do you think about the game last night with the Nuggets? And,
what do I think about the game last night? We've been talking about it for an hour, my man.
I just got in here.
Yeah, well, it was great. Game 7, I think Minnesota's gonna win Game 7.
Okay. Could you oil up?
No, not for you. Absolutely not.
Could you please oil up, please?
Not for you. You definitely ain't my
Please,
type. Not
oil
you.
up,
No, not for
please.
you. What up?
G, what's the word, Kig?
What's up, brother?
So we be talking about the Knicks all year. I think we're gonna go to Game 7, right? But as a New York man, we don't give a fuck. As long as we're going to the Eastern Conference Final, we good. I know that's gonna be our dance. You know what I mean? Whatever happens after, you know what I'm saying? Because Boston gonna spank us, but at
Ain't
least
no way. There's no way. I'm from Jersey, and the one thing I know for a fact is, as good as Indiana is going to be at home tonight, if them dudes think they coming into Madison Square Garden and winning Game 7, they would kill them before they let them out of Madison Square Garden and win.
Yeah, it's not happening. But
It's not happening, brother. If y'all was going to win this series, y'all had to win Game 5. Y'all not winning Game 7. Not in here, y'all not. Mm-mm.
But our championship is playing the Boston Celtics next round. That's what we celebrate. We always
There
go
it
to
is.
celebrating.
There it is. We building on that.
Yeah, facts. And I feel like we had a full team. Who knows? Without Porzingis, who knows? Who knows?
You would have had a chance.
We would have had a chance. Yeah. Nice talking, OG.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Hold on for a second. Yeah. How am I doing on time? What up? You.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I got two questions for you. The first is, and I know that a lot of people appreciate your insights. I don't think I've seen you touch on how we've connected through you, how you built a community on here. Hypothetically, and I think I speak for a lot of people, that when potentially this gets banned, where are we going to be able to find a lot of your lives?
I didn't know I was that important, my man, to be honest with you.
You have almost 1,000 people in here. I would say that you're pretty important.
I'm just a dude that talk basketball. So I
Don't
don't have
discount yourself
Instagram.
here.
I don't have Instagram. I don't have Twitter. I think that kind of stuff is toxic. I understand that the internet, there's some toxicity to it. So I minimize it as much as I possibly can. So I'm also on YouTube. Well, I do my lives on YouTube too at Chilltown Hoops. I do it on Monday nights. I do it on Thursday nights and Friday nights. So I'm there as well. So
Okay, I got you. Actually, I got two more questions for you. The second is there's a bit of a divide here, I feel like, on TikTok between, I don't want to say generational basketball
It is,
fans, but
100%.
it seems like there's a lot of people who will just nitpick, like, oh, here's Jordan doing something bad. He hit it off the side of the backboard. 90s basketball sucked. But if there were one or a few players that you feel like deserve their flowers that a lot of the youngins don't know about, who would you say that is?
Adrian Dantley and Alex English. I don't think people talk nearly as much about those guys as they should. I value being awesome for a long time. I hate when I hear people say that's a longevity stat. Like, there's nowhere in any form of life, whatever you do, that you get criticized for doing something awesome for a long time. Nowhere. So to have a guy in Adrian Dantley who averaged 30 a game for 6 years, to have a guy in Alex English who led the decade in scoring. This is when Bernard King and Bird, Jordan, and Jabbar, and all these guys are running around. For Alex English to lead the decade in scoring, and he wasn't even a top 50 player all time. That makes me nuts. I can't handle it.
I feel you. Third is, I am currently in the process of launching an independent Substack. I'm really curious how you built your following on here and the community that you built. Would you be open to an interview with myself about your ventures on here?
Yeah, sure. We can talk about it sometime. Hit me in the DMs and we can talk about it sometime. Sure.
Will do. Have a good one, bro. Appreciate
All right,
you.
brother. No problem. Got a couple more and And then I got to bounce. Couple more, and then I got to bounce. Let's see here. Just looking for that one dude that was in here. See if I can get that one dude that was in here. What up?
Yo,
What up?
what up, OG?
What up?
I just wanted to ask you, what's your top 5 playoff series of all time?
My top 5 player.
Playoff series of all time.
Oh, top 5 playoff series of all time. Sure.
Yeah.
The 87 finals. The 93 East finals. The 92 East semifinals. The 16 finals. And the 13 finals.
All right. Appreciate you, OG.
Yes, sir. What up?
What's good, OG?
What's up, brother?
I got a question, right? 18-19 Lakers, right?
18-19 Lakers, sure.
All right, let's say LeBron doesn't get the groin injury. Lonzo stays healthy, BI stays healthy, J Hart stays healthy. Do you think that they get out the West and they can beat the Raptors?
I don't think they win it. I'm not sure if they do that, but I do think that there's some divine intervention, because if they do that, then we have to have a completely different conversation about James. I think that's why he got hurt, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because you're always saying that LeBron is like done right now with carrying people, putting them on their back and winning. Like 18-19 before the groin with Lonzo, J Hart, BI, that crew, Kuzma, Caruso. I think they could do it.
They were only 2 games out of the 1 seed on Christmas. Going into Christmas, this is a team that was in 10th place the year before. 10th.
And when LeBron got hurt and
They
he
were
came
2
back,
games out. They were 2.5 games out the 1 spot.
when he got hurt and he came back, LeBron wasn't the same.
No, he wasn't. That was a season-ending injury. The fact that he even came back bugged me out. It did.
Yeah. I didn't even notice that he came back. I remember the season, and then I turned on, I think it was Lakers v Clippers, and I was like, hey, is that LeBron? What the hell? When did he come back?
They had to shut him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was gonna keep playing. They had to shut him down. So absolutely.
I got one more. All right, we're talking about guards for the San Antonio to pair with Wemby.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a little bit of rumors about Garland. What do you think about that?
I don't hate that, to be honest with you. I do not hate Darius Garland to San Antonio. In fact, I like that.
Because when Garland was on the Cavs before Mitchell on the All-Star season, he was a 20-10 guy. If he goes to the Spurs, I think he can. I think if they get him on board with lower scoring, he can be a 16-12 guy.
I definitely think he could, at minimum, with Wemby and them featuring Garland more, I think he could be a 17-9 guy at minimum.
Yeah,
I do think that. I mean, he was an all-star.
Yeah, exactly.
He was an all-star.
I don't think he worked with Mitchell that well.
And I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable with them moving off Garland, because I feel like with Mitchell, if they're moving off Garland, they got to get bigger in the backcourt.
Yeah.
And how do they get bigger in the backcourt? Who is their guy? How about, I know that OG Anunoby. I don't want to play Anunoby at the 2 though.
Nah, I don't think so. Yeah.
I don't want to play Anunoby at the 2, so I'm good.
All right, OG. Cheers.
All right, brother. Good to talk to you. What am I doing? All right.
At this point, this is out of line.
What up?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what up?
All right, quick question. What are your thoughts on Reed Shepherd?
He can shoot the shit out the ball. I know that. He's a better athlete than what I thought. I didn't know he was that good of an athlete. I think he could be a good pro. I think he's going to be the beneficiary of a quote unquote weak draft. That's why he's going to go as high as he is. But I think he can be a good player. I'm not sure if he could be a franchise guy, but I like his game.
And what about Bronny?
Go back to school.
I thought the same.
Go back to school. He's going to be a lottery pick in 2 years. Go back to school.
All right, that was all, boss. Appreciate
Yep. All right, brother. All right, guys, about that time for me. I got to bounce. Fan Appreciation Day on Friday. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what we do around here, Monday to Friday. 9 a.m. We talk pro basketball. It is the playoffs. By this time next week, we will have the Western Conference Finals figured out. We will have the Eastern Conference Finals figured out. And we're going to keep moving forward. Y'all know what it is. If I'm not here, I'm on YouTube on the panel from 11 to 2. You know where to find me at. I will see you guys soon. But until then, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. When last time you talked to your mother? Mother's Day was last Sunday. I know you talked to your mother on Mother's Day. And if you didn't talk to your mother on Mother's Day, when last time you talked to her? Call your mother. I'll talk to you guys soon. But until then, take it light, but take it. Absolutely.